I have great concerns about mountaintop removal. Always have had. And if I were in the governor's job, I would be very interested in, I don't know if I want to say right here putting a stop to it, but I would want to look into it, and I would want to, because I don't like what our eastern Kentucky mountains are looking like, and frankly, I don't like the result of this kind of mining as it relates to the people who are left in eastern Kentucky. What's the old saying? I got the gold mine and you got the shaft. That's kind of what it is in my view. You've got out-of-state interests who come in and mine the tops of our mountains. They leave the landscape scarred, and they don't put back the profits that they make into the communities of eastern Kentucky. They take those profits away and take them out of state. And I've always had grave concern about that, and I think Harry Caudill got a lot of it right, and Eric Reese most recently. I think they got a lot of it right.
What would you do about our dependence on foreign oil?
Now, that's one of the great problems that we face in our time, and you know, Bill, you and I both have been around long enough to remember 1973, to remember those long lines at the gas stations when the Arab oil embargo took place. That was our wake-up call, and we woke up briefly, but then we went back to sleep. And both parties are, I think, at fault for that. But we've had 30 years of time, at a minimum, to become energy independent, and we have not done it. I think that we need to focus in a big way on alternative energy research. We need to get infrastructure together to make sure that we use as many biofuels as we can. If Brazil can do it, the United States of America can do it, you would think. Also, solar and wind, terribly underutilized. And I believe that if we put the proper research into seeing that we could store and transport solar and wind energy, it's inexhaustible. As
a congressman or a governor, could you effect some change here in the state of Kentucky along those lines?
I think I could. I do. I'm trying to. Now, as a congressman, it may take me a little bit longer, simply because of the seniority system up there. You've got to be there for a while. You've got to move up in the chain of command. But I think that I can make a difference in those issues, if nothing else, to agitate about them, to talk about them publicly. And I've been pretty public about my feelings, particularly on environmental issues. My guess is that I have the most environmentally friendly record of any congressman that we've ever sent to Washington from this state. And frankly, that's something I'm proud of. I believe very strongly in stewardship, in protecting those. You know, this business about people saying they're a self-made man, or that they've managed to do this, that, or the other themselves. I don't buy that. Every one of us is standing on somebody else's shoulders. We're all standing on the base that other people who came before us built. We ought to appreciate that, and we ought to understand that that's our role for the future. And that's what the environment is about to me.